What you looking for?
The
The wrap?
the wrap. Oh, cool.
I'm gonna X that. Alright, so yeah, we live, we here, we in the building once again for another segment of What's in the Kitchen.
Looking lovely.
Yes.
Only traditional meals now.
Yes, traditional meals over here in South Africa, and I do have a young lady here by the name of.
Noxie.
Okay.
And I am a Swati.
Okay.
So it's like a tribe. What's the word? A tribe in South Africa.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get into all that. First, we're gonna go on and see what's going on with this stove, what's going on, what you cooking. So I see. All right. So I see you got spinach.
Yeah.
What's this?
I got something green there.
Okay.
It's actually like spinach with some onions.
Okay.
So I had okay, we're doing like some traditional meals. So I'm not putting a lot of spices, a lot of cheese and all of that. So I've got like spinach with salt, and that's why it still maintains the green color because it's just salt, water, and some spinach and some onions.
Okay.
So I just had this type of onions, not real onions.
Okay.
And then what we have here, okay, let me just move this on the other side.
Yeah.
Just give me a second.
Yeah. Take your time.
I hope this thing tastes good.
It looks good.
It should taste good.
It smells good.
Does it smell good?
Yeah, it do.
Okay, cool. Oh, that's very hard. So I'm just gonna have this over here. And I'm gonna shift this to here.
Okay.
Yeah. Because this one is done. I think our spinach is actually okay. And then we have, you just come closer.
Okay.
And then we have, the spinach is almost done here. That is our spinach. So it's just like onions, spinach, and water.
Okay.
With salt. Nothing. That's the very traditional way that everyone makes it.
Okay.
No spices, nothing. And I'm gonna have to put that on a 0. Let's go. Yep. Okay, and then here I've got what we call uputu.
Okay.
It's more or less like I don't know. They call it like a starch meal for Zulus and Swatis in South Africa. Remember, South Africa's got 12 tribes.
Okay.
So the Zulus, which is like one of the major tribes and everyone knows, isiZulu. And then the Swatis and the Zulus, they have a lot of similarities. So this is uputu. And the way that most people cook their swallow, they call it in West Africa swallow, it's very different from the south. This is like couscous. Let me show you how it looks like. I just want to dig in there. It's just mealy meal. And it is that soft. This is how it looks like. So this you can have during your lunch, your evening dinner. You can also have it in the morning.
Okay.
So what do you have this in the morning with? You will have it with what we call sour milk or milk.
Okay.
And you can just have it with water and sugar.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is what we call uputu. Zulu girls will have to agree with me. This is the meal, and I did my uputu very nicely. I know nobody can beat me on this one.
It looks good. It looks good.
It's like couscous.
It do have like a kush type of thing going
Yeah, that's
on.
how it looks. But this is like actually mealy milk. But you will understand once I've dished out, you will understand why it has to be like this.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So it's just a simpler way of having this with milk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. This is not gari.
Uh-huh.
West Africans. This is not gari.
Okay.
This is uputu.
Okay.
Uputu in Zulu, lipufu in Siswati. That's it. Okay, I have to move this on my side. And then what we have here is corn. The reason I opted that we should have corn is because in every family in Southern Africa, Lesotho, they can always agree with me. We have maize meal as a staple food. Subsistence farming to commercial farming, we have maize meal. It's the everyday thing for every family. We don't buy mealie meal. The first time I bought mealie meal is when I was 21 years old, or maybe like 18. So I'm just gonna put this in a casserole dish. Let me just dish it out.
Yeah.
I've never bought maize meal. I don't think my parents have ever bought that. So this is a stable food, not even a stable food, an everyday meal. So from mealie meal we get uputu, we get pap, we also get some. But the way I cook it is very bougie because
Okay.
this is how everyone eats it in today's day and age. This is like a snack.
Okay.
But my granny would kill you if you'd have to have your mealie meal like this. Because this is not how you should do it. But it's only when it's mealie meal season, which is in December, January, and up to February and March. That's when we have it. So this is our mealie meal. Why did I have this? It's because, okay, this is corn, but sangalane in Swati. But mealie meal is a staple food in Southern Africa, for Swaziland, for Lesotho, for Zimbabwe. We don't have rice. Rice is like foreign. And from maize, we can prepare some, we can prepare uputu, we can prepare pap. You know, the normal pap that you have. And yeah, and then we can also have it like this when it's still not dry. So this is so not dry mealie meal. Oh, so not dry maize.
Okay.
Yeah. So once it's dry, we can prepare mealie meal, and then we can prepare pap. We can prepare all the other things all the other dishes that we can prepare from it.
So it's kind of different. You calling corn, we call corn, but you just call it maize. You call it.
Yeah, we don't call it corn. We call it maize. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's like the you will say Tapa English and the UK English, because remember it's also different. But from maize, maize is a staple food where I come from in Swaziland. I know that it's also a staple food in the northern parts provinces in South Africa, which is Mpumalanga, Limpopo, and the northwest.
Okay.
And then you also have a bit of sorghum. You also have a bit of you don't have rice. We don't have. Then we have a bit of potatoes, which is in the Western Cape, the Eastern Cape, but maize is the thing. When in all parts of South Africa, outside South Africa, which is Swaziland, where I originally come from. That's where my dad comes from, and I'm a Swati South African.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is what you should have, and normally this is what you have in the evening when your grandmother's telling you stories about whatsoever, and she we call it inganekwane, the nighttime stories or bedtime stories. So it's called inganekwane in Swati. And during that time, you're gonna have maize and some maybe peanuts, and you're gonna have maize, peanuts, and maybe a bit of sugar cane.
Okay.
Because remember, in the south, we also have a lot of sugar cane. Unfortunately, we didn't have sugar cane, or maybe mangoes.
Okay.
That's like very, very stable. But every family can attest to me that they always have maize.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so I've spoken about the maize, and then we have our spinach. I think this is like an English spinach. They normally tell us that we have our very own traditional spinach. I'm just gonna remove this. It's very, very small, and I won't say unfortunately, but fortunately it is small. Spinach does shrink, especially the English one. I'm sure if it was a Swazi spinach, it wouldn't shrink like this. But this is a very common type of spinach in Swaziland.
Okay.
We have spinach every day, and the very traditional way to prepare it is to just put salt and a bit of oil, just salt and oil, to just maintain the color. So it would just be green. Perfect, well done, and it tastes as perfect as it looks. Okay. It is perfect.
Yeah, we gotta get close up on that.
Okay.
So I see you have these spices over here. I see, like you got all these
I mean,
peppers and
Okay, we live in a new age, and I'm not just gonna put all those old spices that we had in 1902. So I'm using the Robinsons. Okay, I didn't have to say the name, but whatever it is,
yeah.
I've got my salt, and I've got the mother of all spices. You know, if so, can somebody tell me they don't have aromats in their home and so on like or maybe in South Africa, this is the main spice. This is the mother of spices. In fact, for you to make a nag and have it spicy, you must have an aromate, not salt. For you to have your chicken tasting good, you must have an aromate. So I could have an aromate and nothing, no salt, nothing, or maybe aromate and salt. It's gonna taste good. So I've got the mother of all spices. Funny enough, I haven't seen such a big, I haven't seen such a big aromate container.
So you got a bigger.
I got a bigger one. I got a bigger one. I got a bigger one. And normally my very own, right? I will buy it at the bottom to refill. Because I can get like a refill, which it comes like in a plastic in a paper bag.
Okay.
So I can refill it. So my very own. This ain't mine.
Yeah.
This ain't refill. So it doesn't have the tip. If it's mine, you're gonna see the tip at the bottom because how can I live without iron? So this is the mother of all spices. We have it in every family. Just raise your hands if you don't have aromate.
Yeah.
So after my aromate, I had to have it. In fact, I wasn't gonna do the whole cooking if I didn't have aromate. Paprika. Oh, okay. And then I've got cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper is really bougie. It's like it's more or less like green pepper, but it's red. Tell me about the taste. I'm not gonna tell you.
Yeah.
I don't know it. It doesn't even taste. And it's like peppers with no taste. And then I've got my crushed chilies and this Portuguese chicken here over. It's spice seasoned. It's not Robinson. So I don't want someone to say, okay.
That's
Just
right.
a disclaimer.
Yeah.
I'm not promoting any Robinson's stuff. This is what I have. And then I've got my steak and chops. I had to have that for my, we'll get there. And then I've got my ground pepper. Somebody tell me what the fuck they missing here. What is in here? Ground pepper. Which pepper? Is it green pepper, red pepper, or?
I think it's just regular black pepper.
What's regular red black pepper? Okay,
Ground pepper. It might be just salt. It might be salt and pepper mix.
It don't make sense. And I've got like black pepper. I don't know what that is, but I did put it on my birth shoe, which is what I'm gonna show you right now. But then this leaves me with a lot of questions. There's two spices, ground pepper and black pepper. I don't know anything about them. I do know about the aromate. This raised me. Okay. The salt. There's a salt. I also used it. How old is this boy, guys? How old is he? Somebody please tell me. I'm sure. When this picture was taken, I was probably like 2 years old.
Oh, wow.
I know. I lived and this thing was here. It existed. And I also used olive oil for everything. Come on, don't tell me your moms don't have this. They always have your cubes. So that's what I used. So these are all the veggies I used. I have some garlic for Swaziland. You all have a lot of mosquitoes there. In Mozambique, you always have to chew garlic before anything else. My parents live on garlic. I live on garlic. I can chew this shit. But not in Cape Town. I'm in Cape Town. I'm not going to do that. If I was home, I was going to chew garlic. So garlic is very important. Okay, so these are our spices. And this is what I have. So we got our spinach here. We got our minimum here. Okay, let me just cut this. Good people, it's not always easy. Okay,
So yeah, what's the main dish? What's going on over here?
okay, I've got, you know what? This is my meat, and I've got like some. Oh, this is some. This really looks scrumptious. It tastes scrumptious. I can tell you, for a fact, this tastes really good as it looks. Believe me.
It's
So
coming
this
off
is,
the bone too.
honey. This tastes really good. This tastes really good. Sorry. This is beef, and it's just raw beef with oil. So we used our olive oil. This is the oil that we used. The beef, the oil. And how can we forget about the mother of all spices in the south?
Yeah.
This is what we had. And then I had some carrots, obviously pepper, and I had some chilies, and I had some onions, and I also mixed with red onions, but the taste is really, really good. And I also had some cubes, beef cubes, right? So I had all of that. And the reason we've got the very, very nice stew on it is because the meat is so young and very tasty. So everything was just coming from the meat. Yeah. So this is like, tastes really good. Are you going to taste it later?
Hey, yeah, I'm definitely going to taste it.
Okay, okay. So this is what I had. This is our beef stew. It's not supposed to be called stew. You know why I actually opted for beef? It's because we should go back to why I prepared uputu. That is because every family in the south should have a cow or something. So we know beef, we understand beef, and we love beef. So I wouldn't opt for chicken because I mean in America they have a lot of chickens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
We
let's
love
just have
chicken.
something different. And then I had what we call this is shatini. Zulu girls can agree with me. They can never go to a shisanyama. You know what a shisanyama is? A shisanyama is like the pub where you have your nice drinks and your bride meat and some pap. Which is more, I think there's a place in Kailisha which is called something like that, but we're not going to mention the name, right? It's like a shisanyama. There's so many shisanyamas which are very much popular in South Africa, and shisanyama in South Africa is a very popular thing. So in a shisanyama, you're going to have pap. In Cape Town, you're going to have pap, but in KZN, you're going to have uputu with your braai meat, and you're going to have this. So this is your tomatoes. It's actually mixed. This is called shatini.
Okay.
So you know you cannot live with a Zulu and they do not want shatini in their food.
Okay.
In fact, if you cook the whole meal and you have shatini on the side and they don't like your food, they're gonna eat the shatini and leave everything aside.
Oh wow.
So they're gonna have this and leave your meat, but they love it. It's like their daily salad. It's like Swati salad also.
And so what is it? What's in it?
It's called shatini. So it's just a mixture of your onions. So I had like red onions, and I had your tomatoes, and then I mixed it because I asked specifically for vinegar and the mother of all spices. Let's not run away from what we know best. You know, this is so funny because every person always runs to the Araman. So the Araman, they know, I know, God knows, the universe knows. This is our mother of all spices here. So the Araman, you can't live without it. On an egg, on your shatini, on your spinach, on your, literally, on everything. So this is what we had on our shatini, and then we had vinegar. I can't remember what my vinegar is, but let me see. Oh, yeah. This is where we have it. So I had white spread vinegar. So that's what I had. So it's the vinegar with my olive oil and the goddess, obviously, and obviously the ingredient, which is the tomatoes. the red the red onions, and that's what I had. I don't want to forget about something, you know, which is our Darlington. Okay, here's the thing. Somebody put wine on my side when I was cooking. Can I pour it?
Go ahead and tell them about the wine. This is actually the wine of the night.
Oh, okay. What? This is the chocolate block. The chocolate block. Like it's actually one of the oldest wines and one of the very most popular wines when it comes to a red Pinot wine. And I know a lot of people know about it, but a lot of people don't buy it. People want to buy it. Oh, Lord.
No, you fine.
People hate it when I speak about the chocolate block. Is it because they can't afford it or what? But I'll just pick that fork and just talk
Yeah,
it.
no, you fine.
I'll continue. Okay. It's a red blend. It's one of my favorite red blend. It's more or less. It tastes more or less like a Pinot, but it's very smooth and soft. You're not gonna finish this bottle alone because it's gonna make you drunk. But I love it. Besides the whole fact that it's an expensive bottle and it's a vintage bottle, I do love it. You know, the older the wine, the best it is. But this is a gorgeous one. I mean, I don't know what they put in here.
So the bottle of wine.
It's bougie also.
Yeah.
You know, this is some kind of bougie wine.
Yeah.
So if you are a bougie girl, ask your nigga to get you the chocolate block. But make sure that you're on your senses in 30 minutes because you're going to lose them all. Okay, I wanted to talk about our darling Amasi.
Well, back to you. Hold on. This bottle is 13 US dollars, 250 rand. And
No, it's a 20. You got it very cheap.
I got it at a discount. It was on sale.
It was on sale.
It was on sale.
I normally get it for 350 in rands, and I mean it's one of the good wines.
Yeah. And
When
I got
it comes
from.
to an everyday type of wine.
And I got.
And it's also good for your digestion system because I mean like wine should also make you go on your toilet, go on the toilet and all of that.
Yeah.
So it's very good wine, but it's also bougie wine. If you see, let me tell you, have you ever had a girl say that they want to buy the chocolate block or they want to buy like Savannah's and all the ciders? You're gonna want this. She is the girl. No, this is not expensive, but this is bougie. This is like buying Rupert and the Rothschild vintage. You understand? It's only a few people that will understand that.
Okay.
Only a girl that knows things that's gonna say that.
Okay.
That's just gossip, my friend.
All right.
So I'm not much on the chocolate block, but I do know that my bougie friends love it. I love it because I'm also a bougie friend.
Okay.
Right? It's a beautiful wine. It has okay. Let's just go there because this is also vintage, and it has a syrup.
So somebody asked, does it taste like chocolate?
No, the chocolate block is just like a name, but also I think it's for like a certain kind of, I won't say a society, but I would say like our bougie friends. So if a girl knows about it, then she's bougie like us, me and you, right?
Okay.
So it has a syrup which is like very popular in Cape Town. You don't have a syrup all over the world. You're gonna have a syrup like in South Africa. I only started knowing about it in Cape Town, which is similar to the Pinot. That's why I was always talking about that. And then it has a Cabernet Sauvignon. I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but this is like a Cape Town wine in Frenchhoek, very close to us. Very expensive, very bougie, very lovely. Every time my friends think this shit, they sleep and get drunk. All of them. I'm in it. All of them. I don't know why. I love the chocolate block. But let's move.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have a glass of the chocolate block.
I'm gonna have a glass
You're
too.
gonna have a glass too?
Cheers.
Oh, perfect.
Cheers to the.
Cheers.
Cheers to the wine of the night.
And
Yeah.
to what?
Yeah, to the wine of the night and the food and all
And
this.
to our bougie friends.
That part too.
Ooh. Okay. Let's move.
So-
I wanted to talk about, before we actually move to the wine, I love wine. Especially if it makes me a little bit intoxicated. I love it. You know, if it's 0% alcoholic, I don't love it. Don't give me orange. Don't give me that grape juice. I don't like grape juice. Well, I love grape juice in certain occasions. I'm not in church. Okay, let's move on. I've got Amasi. Darling, this is the wine.
Okay.
This is your food from the time you are 2 years old. You know your mom doesn't want to give you all the boobas, milk and stuff. You're gonna drink this.
So what is it?
Okay. Traditionally, now we got it from the shop, right?
Uh-huh.
So traditionally, as remember, milk comes from the cow,
Okay.
right? So when milk is skewed, when it was squeezed, you see the breast from the cow, and milk comes out. Can you drink that milk? I can because I've done it.
Okay.
You can't because you've never done it. I know that for a fact. That milk is very fresh. So normally what happens is that milk stays for some time. It's more or less like wine. I love my wine. I love my alcohol. But it's different, I know. So it's more or less like wine. Let's say you milk it, then you put it in the barrels. And in our culture, we put it in tinziwo. The Zulu culture also, they put it in tinziwo. And it's called the bowls, which are made out of mud.
Okay.
Now when you make mud, you make this type of plates. We made the circle plates. So you can find plates like this, made out of mud, right? But we have, at a different type, we have like this type, then it has a lid.
Okay.
So normally when you have your milk in the fridge and it stays for some days and you open it, what do they say? What's the English word?
Spoiled.
Fermented.
Spoiled.
Spoiled is the wrong word. The milk doesn't spoil.
Spoiled milk. That's what we call it in the U.S.
Okay, I just want to go back. I'm an African and I'm Swati. What is the milk? It's fermented.
Okay.
Is that the right word? Not spoiled.
Okay.
Spoiled is so wrong.
Okay.
Spoiled is so wrong.
I mean, you educating me.
No, that's spoiled. So normally milk starts from, you get it from the cow, and then you put it in your bucket, in your container, which is normally like, traditionally it has to be a circle with a lid. And then when it stays for some days, the same way as wine, right? The longer it stays, the better way, it tastes good.
Yeah.
So I just want to show you how amasi looks like. Okay, I love amasi, and so much that I will drink them.
Yeah.
So, you know, I have to shake this shit.
Yeah, you gotta see, because
I have to shake this.
they gotta see. They gonna see what it is.
Yeah.
Ugh.
They have to see it. So this is milk, but it's milk that has stayed maybe for 40 days or 2 months.
2 months milk.
It don't matter.
Hold on. 2
Remember?
months.
Yeah.
It's from, would you say again? It's fermented?
It's fermented.
Fermented.
So milk doesn't get old. That's what we say. It doesn't get rotten.
Okay.
It's like marula. You know marula, which also makes the amarula. I know there's alcohol called amarula, and it's more or less like grapes. Grapes don't get rotten. You can still have them when you say they are rotten. I say they're fermented because they just carry fungus, and that fungus can be removed, and we can drink the juice. Now, the thing is, what does the juice contain?
Okay.
So, when it comes from a plant, that juice contains a bit of alcohol in it. But when it comes from an animal, the juice just contains some healthy nutrients. It is really good. It is really good. So this is amassing. It's thick. And the reason it's thick is because it no longer looks the way it was when you were milking it from the cow. And you will have this in the morning as breakfast with your uputu, which you're gonna also have in the afternoon. Your uputu, which is soft. The reason we love soft porridge is because Swatis and Zulus must have breakfast. We are one of the tribes that want to have food and be comfortable. We want to have a good soft life. You don't want to be at 11 and you are hungry. You should have something.
Yeah.
So what you're going to have is uputu, which is soft porridge, and with amasi, because you have a cow, right? You have all those things. Before the afternoon, when you start having all your beef, your stew, your chicken and stuff, you should have something soft. That's not different from a smoothie. If you put sugar, let me tell you, come closer, let's look at this. If you put sugar in this and a bit of that, isn't that a smoothie?
Yeah, I mean, that's the only way I look at eating it is you put some sugar in it.
That's a smoothie.
I mean,
if you put sugar, that's a smoothie. So, I'm having my breakfast already.
So again, this milk is at least 40 years, not 40 years, but 40 days old.
This is even older than 40 days.
Okay?
That's why it tastes good.
Okay.
It's actually a bit sour. I mean, the reason it's sour is because it has a lot of, I won't say bacteria, but
See?
this is the most perfect meat ever. So I wanted to show you our amasi, which is this. I literally have the whole glass.
You did.
Yeah. And now what we're gonna do is to dish. I just wanna show you how you dish everything. It's not a big deal. So we're gonna have amasi, we're gonna have our maize milk, uputu, spinach, and our salad,
Yeah.
which is shatini. And then I think there's also one thing that we forgot: mangoes, guavas. Those are the main staple food in Swaziland. You know, I actually had to buy a mango when I was in Cape Town, and I couldn't believe it that I had to buy a mango. Call my mom told her how stressed I was about buying a mango. How can I buy a mango when you've got more than 10 trees in the home?
Yeah.
But I had to. It's like a staple food, and sometimes I find myself buying mangoes even when they're out of season. They're out of season in Cape Town, but they're not out of season at home. We're in Swaziland and in Mpumalanga. And the reason Mpumalanga has a lot of mangoes is because it's a very hot area. They have mangoes, they have guavas, they have sugar. Those are the things that they have every day. Please, don't tell me to buy mangoes next time. Do you have some mango juice?
I do.
Please, bring it out. I want to show them some mango juice.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. I'll go ahead and get that.
Oh, wow! You even got soft fruit. Beautiful. Okay. This is mango juice. And you know why I asked you to get me mango juice?
Okay.
I would like to believe that nobody where I come from buys mango juice or mangoes besides me in the whole wide world.
Okay.
I did it because I just wanted mangoes. And I had to buy dried mangoes from a shop I'm not going to mention. So I want to pour out the mango juice as, just to show some respect that I thank God that we have a lot of mangoes where I come from and a lot of guavas. You know what guavas are?
Yeah,
Same guavas? Okay. I guess everyone knows mangoes.
yeah.
So I'm gonna shake it first. The reason I'm shaking is because I'm not sure if the mango's at the bottom or on top. You cannot trust these things. So let's just do that. Okay. Darling, I was supposed to buy some mangoes the other day, and I just saw someone eating them, and I wanted to buy them, and I forgot. So in the evening of that night, because someone at the reception in the building upstairs was eating mangoes, I wanted to ask them, but I was like, let me just hold myself. Well, I could have asked them and they were going to give me because they talk to me all the time. I felt like asking them, and I thought I was going to get dry mangoes. I buy dry mangoes all the time just to maintain the whole status of mangoes and stuff. But today I'm going to have 100% juice mango. Ooh, that's lovely. That is very, very lovely. That's beautiful. Come see it? It's very thick, very juicy. This is mango juice.
Okay.
Ooh.
So let's get back to the middle.
Sweet as mango, sweet as mango, sweet as mango.
So I'm going to dish up.
Okay, I've just had mango juice. Why did I ask you to bring the mangoes? Because mangoes is like a stable fruit.
Okay.
Remember, we've got like stable fruit and a stable fruit, stable whatsoever. That means that that's something that you never buy. Everyone has access to it. It's like a pineapple. So every person has it. It's not commercial farm. You can never see a person selling mangoes in Swaziland or guavas, but you're gonna see a person selling mangoes in South Africa. Different types of mangoes. So that's why I had to ask you to have the mangoes. That's why we have the mangoes.
Okay.
The mango juice. We could have had like the fruit, but then we decided to have the juice because once we dish up and we are full, we're done with the mango juice.
Okay.
Perfect. We're done here. Are we out? Should
Yeah.
I dish?
Yeah, go ahead and dish. We won't have this.
I start to have my mango. Cheers to.
Cheers.
We out of here. Nick, what?
Yeah, we still live, but we going to dish and all that. Yeah, go ahead.
What the hell am I going now? Can I not enjoy my drink? I just need to drink the mango and the wine.
Okay.
Jeez, don't pull that shit. Come on, help us drink. Cheers.
Cheers.
No, this is the wine. This is the wine. The people. I mean, oh, wow. I have to drink it for tradition.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you.
Oh, no ways. I love my wine. Okay, let's go. So we're gonna have that side.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's going easy down. We got basically the food done here. And we about to go sit down and, eat and just have a conversation. Set up this camera over here.
At least we have that. Oh, but you put the phone here. Action. Why did you put the phone there? Okay, can I have glasses?
What you need?
I just need like glasses, 2 of them for the mango. But then,
You talking about something to drink?
no, just hold. Can you put for me these things in the fridge, back in the fridge? Because I think we're done, right?
Yeah.
And then this.
Still live though.
Oh, we're not fine now. Where's
Yeah,
the?
we still live. Yeah, because we still got to talk.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Did you post?
No, don't go.
Jesus. I need to clean up.
Nah, don't worry about getting the door.
Do you know what I'm clean up?
Don't clean up either. Don't worry about it.
Okay, my wine is done. Two glasses.
Don't have one pass on that.
For
Yeah, I got cut. I don't got glass.
okay, you got the. Okay, cool. Then we're gonna have the lights. I think this you can have a book. You know what? I might need tomorrow so I get you a ladder.
That's fine.
Get one of this. Because the setting is like really proper, but then okay, wait.
That's what I'm saying now.
No, so you're gonna say that. But I just want somewhere it's gonna be live.
Put it right here. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I know you want to.
I just want it live. Okay, so we're gonna have that there. Okay. You also have to have the spoons to dish out. Am I dishing out? Am I dishing out? You're gonna ask the questions and
Yeah. You want
everything. Okay, cool.
You need spoon for it? What you need?
Yeah, I just need like a spoon, one, and that's all. And my phone on the side. So we're gonna use the cups for. What are you gonna use for eating? A fork. Cool. And I'm gonna use this for dishing out. Okay. Make sure we ever record it. That doesn't show.
Yeah, that's fine.
That is my.
Alright, we're gonna say grace real quick. The Most High thanks so much for this food that we about to receive. Please know this food in our body. Amen.
Amen.
Cool, let's go and get to it. Let's get to it.
Okay, so what do we have? Oh, let me just give you a plate. Do you want me to dish for you?
Yes, please.
Because you want to taste it the way it is. Okay.
Alright, so growing up, where did you grow up at? Like, what city, what village? You say you're from Swaziland, right? Or
I'm actually I'm a Swazi
uh-huh.
lady. I grew up in Swaziland. Did my primary school, my elementary school there, my high school, and I did my varsity in South Africa.
Okay.
So I am born and bred in Swaziland.
Okay.
And then I moved in Cape Town in 2022 in November. So I'm quite new in the city, actually.
Okay.
But it's a very beautiful space. I love it here.
Okay.
I love the people. I love the food. The different types of food. Because in Cape Town, you're going to have like your Turkish, your Nigerian. You're going to also have your English food. So yeah, I love Cape Town. And what are we having here? I prepared uputu, which is like more, I think I spoke about it earlier. It's like a staple food for Swatis and Zulus. So you have it in the morning, you're gonna have it for lunch with your stew and whatsoever. Yeah. And what we are having, this is maize meal. Oh, this is actually maize, not maize meal. This is maize. So it's also more or less like very popular, I won't say a snack, but every family grows maize in Swaziland. It's like subsistence farming is very much popular there because we have land. Unlike in South Africa where people speak about land, we have land in Swaziland and we have a lot of subsistence farming and commercial farming, which is what you find in Cape Town in the winelands. Mm-hmm. So every family has got maize, and this is the reason I had to put maize is because it reminds me of home. It takes us back, and yeah, maize is a very popular thing in Swaziland. They grow it around September, and they actually start eating it as it's when it's not dry in March. Mm-hmm. So March, everyone in Swaziland is having maize. Nobody buys maize in Swaziland. Wow. We don't buy corn the way you did. So that's why I actually said we should have this as remembrance to the great kingdom. Yeah.
So, okay, so you growing up, like, when did you start cooking? Like, what was something that inspires you to cook? Is that, like, what inspires you to start, cooking? Or what age did you start cooking?
The truth is, I've always seen my mom's cook. Okay. And it's never been a thing which I loved to do. But then as I got older, being a student and because when I grew up, I was never cooking. My grandmother used to do the cooking, my mom used to do the cooking because traditionally in Swaziland, as long as you are married in that family, you are the one who's going to do the cooking. Whether you've got kids or not, whether the kids are there or not. If you're the eldest, you're going to do the cooking all the time. So I always had my mom do the cooking.
So when you say cooking all the time, that's breakfast, lunch, dinner?
That's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. She had to think, what are we going to have for breakfast, what are we going to have for lunch, what are we going to have for dinner? And that's it. She had to be the one who's thinking about all of that. We never had an issue about what are we going to have. In fact, when we find cabbage and bread, we're going to eat cabbage and bread. We don't care. Yeah. We don't think about it. So it's always been my mother's duty to do that ever since I was a little child. So when I started having an interest in cooking was when I was now at varsity. I was alone, having noodles every day. I can't have this shit every day. That shit is boring. I'm not used to it. And also I also wanted like like a thick meal, you know. So you want to have something that has substance. It can't be noodles all the time. And you always know that at home they can cook you uputu, they can cook you like your proper nice beef stew. They can have spinach. I mean, why would you always have noodles or pizza or McDonald's? Never. So I couldn't have that. so light, and I felt like, okay, whatever that I'm having here ain't it. I had to learn how to cook, and it's been one of the best choices I've ever made in my life. Not that my parents told me, they didn't. I had to do it myself.
So basically, as a youth, you didn't have to cook because your mom was the person that was responsible for the cooking regardless.
Yeah.
So then when you got on your own, that's when you realized, like, listen, I gotta cook.
Mom ain't here.
Okay.
Mom ain't here. That's when I realized that, you know what? I could have done this thing on my own. And the fact that it's not about that she was there doing the cooking. It's the fact that it was her responsibility to do it. Remember?
Yeah.
Coming from a very cultural place, very cultural background, we got rules, we got protocol. I'm not gonna touch the pots. I have pots. I don't even know how to use those pots. They are hers. They belong
So
to
when
her.
you say ports, what's ports? What's that?
I mean pots like the cooking utensils.
Oh, okay.
I mean the pots. Like I don't have to I don't know them.
Okay.
I don't know how to make pate. It's not that I can't cook pap, but I don't know how to do it in her pots.
Okay.
So as long as her husband leaves, she is the one that cooks.
Okay.
Unless maybe on a day where she can't do it or maybe she's sick. Remember, we are speaking from a Swazi traditional home. And not just a Swazi traditional home, a Swazi home, for instance. There's nothing like that. So today you're gonna have a sandwich in the evening. You can't have a sandwich in the evening, and your man can't have a sandwich in the morning if he doesn't want it. So that's how it's always been. Okay, so this is what we have. We have our, okay, can I just take a picture?
Of course.
I don't know if this is being recorded. But I know maybe it is. Is this table manners enough? Tell me.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So traditionally we always have our moms to cook, and you get to learn how to cook at a very old age. How to cook, how to clean. You can learn cleaning, but how to wash your own clothes, you can learn it like when you're old.
So do you traditionally eat with a fork, or you eat with your hand?
Okay. That's insane. Why do you ask that?
Because some cultures do eat with their hands, especially when they eat a pop. It's something that they do eat with their hand.
I had to do it with like that because this is how we eat. We eat. I mean, you're not Swati, you're South African also. So this is how we eat it. But this is not pap. This is uputu, and it's different from pap. It's like
it feels like I'm eating it right now. It has like a kush type of thing.
Yeah, it has that.
So how you eat it right now? That's how you traditionally.
We don't have spoons. Remember? So I think the only spoons that we have is the big ones to prepare pap. But when we eat this, this is how we eat it. We use our hands.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and eat with my hand too.
Just remove the foil. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just fresh.
How's the spinach?
Spinach is nice, and spinach is my favorite vegetable. I love spinach.
You like spinach?
Mm-hmm.
Great. So
yeah, so basically, women have a set of rules they have to go by in your tradition.
they follow them.
And the same thing with men too. So what's the difference? What do women have to do as a traditional role in your culture?
Okay, one of the things that men have to do in my culture is that if you get married, you must pay the bride price. Always. There ain't nothing like you just got a girlfriend, you like her, and you just like her out of the blue, and I mean, if you like a girl, you must pay the price. And you must also show that also comes to the fact that you are showing that you are a man. Because a man can only say he's a man by his power. Traditionally. That's what we always chant about. So that's the difference. And a man can always have, culturally, a man can have more wives, a woman can't.
Okay.
Right? And I think that also has to do with the fact that a man does provide. A woman is not meant to provide. I mean, a woman is not meant to pay the bills. You know, we are in a society whereby we find women doing a lot of things. Doing a lot of things for their partners. Like, you're gonna pay bills, you're gonna love him. What the hell are you doing loving a man? You can't love a man if you are a woman. You just submit and respect him. And what I mean by that is because when you start loving them, then you're gonna be his mother. But when you submit and just respect them, it's because he has other people that he's looking at. So you submit to him and him alone, and you respect him and him alone. And they always say that that's your God in air. And I think like most Swazi women have mastered that.
Wow. Okay. Swaziland, yeah, she
That is why
giving us.
you can never see us fighting over our guys having like 3, 4, 5 wives, being the third or the second.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that you don't care. You care so much. But you also understand that that ain't your baby to feed. Right? Because whether he had 2 or 3 or 5 wives without you, he could still do it without you knowing. That's it.
Okay. So that's the only thing with a man. What else? What else with a man? Protect, provide. What do
A man always protect, provide. A man, we in different cultures we have the whole thing about circumcision. We don't have it in Swaziland.
Okay.
Whether you're circumcised or not, a woman must be a virgin at least up to the age of 18 years.
Okay.
So we have like different dances that we go to that we attend, which are meant to preserve the woman's virginity. And there's checking points. They do check you if you're a virgin or not. Up to this day, and people don't believe it. I did that shit I was 19.
Wow.
So that's not a difference. And then in today's world, we can say that people always talk about inequality, right? And my country is like one of the countries which are listed as don't respect like women's rights. If you've seen that somewhere, maybe we don't have rights to buy land.
Wow.
We can't purchase land. There's a lot of things which get into politics. But I do filter on that.
I love it. Yeah, we like to have a conversation. So basically, what you're saying is that women in your country don't have rights like buying land, for example. You're saying, or
Not land. The rights are not equal.
the rights are not equal.
The rights of women, the rights of LGBTQ, that's not recognized. Where I come from, women don't have the equal rights as men. We're still in a state of, it's a revolutionary type of state that we are in, and we still have to go deep in it and teach the people in the. Remember, it's a third world country. Besides it being third world, communication and technology is still very slow. I'm not going to say that it's something which is planned, or rather, I need to be careful with my words. I need to be very careful with my words. But I'm not going to say it's something which is planned or staged. But I would like to say it is something which is like really started deeply into controlling the people and making the people a little bit backwards, because there's certain things that don't make sense to me. Well, which is more like internet banking, online banking, cryptocurrency, and the things that are day and age. Remember, we had a situation in Swaziland whereby we were on lockdown. After lockdown, we had a massacre that happened in the whole country, and we had certain politicians that were killed. Like I said, I don't want to go deep into it. I'm just gonna flash it off, which were like had maybe, but the monarchy was involved in it because they didn't agree to certain certain ideologies that they had, right? And it was 2021 was a period of every Swazi opening the eyes. Besides the human rights, which are not equal, we still have a problem of democracy. There is no way you're gonna have equal rights on the humans when you still have no rights. You have nothing democratic. So to suppress the individuals, then it means that you have suppressed the whole group, both females and males. And it's just for the males to feel that maybe they got some little rights on it. They don't have anything. They don't have anything. It's just, nobody has, it's not women rights. It is the whole system, which is 1902, but not really 1902. It's a design thing. And it has that people have moved from Stone Age. People are modernized. People are traveling. And one thing that capitalism has brought is the fact that you can have your own money and you can do anything that you want. Whether you have your own money, you can do anything that you want. As well as you can't do anything that you want. Because you can't have a YouTube channel that's making money, right? We are recording. You can't have that as well. Why? Because we don't have online banking. Educated people that can't even have online banking and they travel the whole world. It's ridiculous to see it and to have people that are as educated from the monarchy to people that are like me who have had a very good luck to maybe touch the hem of his garment, if you understand what I mean. Then another group that has tried so hard to work very hard and be in a certain position, then they can't do certain things on their will. And then they have to come and be peasants in a bigger world. It's hilarious. Then we have talent. So the question was the rights between men and women, but it is not about that. You can never have, we don't have equal rights. We just have a problem of inequality in the whole system, which is what I believe on growing up. I don't believe in it. I don't want to say vulgar, but I speak vulgar a lot of times in my day-to life. I can say fuck it, fuck everything. I'm not gonna say vulgar because I respect I'm not gonna mention the monarchy or anything, but it's just around those lines. So it's not about women and men. It's not about land. It's not about having a man child to be able to buy land. It's about the whole system. The whole system is bullshit. And even if you had maybe benefited from it, it's still bullshit because it doesn't give you anything. There's certain people like who here eating maize. It's just bullshit. It doesn't give you anything. So it suppresses you individually. We have talent. We can still buy crypto. There's a lot of things. You can't have 2 million coming in your account. There's a lot of censoring. There's a lot of, you can't send me 5,000 US dollars without it being stopped. I had 32,000 coming from South Africa in my bank in Swaziland. I'm talking about something I can even take out on record. What is 32,000? That's like 2,000 US dollars. What the fuck? It's less than 2,000 US dollars. Tell me, why would you stop that kind of amount from coming in my bank account? Then I have to go inside and you have to question me for that much. So they are looking at people to have nothing. They are looking at people to have nothing. And if they see that you have something, somebody that I admire a lot, cut that off. Cut that off. I'm not going to say it. But they are looking at people to have nothing. When people have nothing, they can't see anything. And they can't have any kind of knowledge. There is nothing like men and women being equal in Swaziland. It's the fucking system which has got the most selfish, rudest, I might say they have educated people amongst them, but it's so not it in today's day and age. You cannot tell me that there are certain things that you can't. We had the internet cut off on lockdown, and it was all over the news. What is it? Put your brains in it. Do you think you can run a country as a family with some dumb asses that can't do shit? I can't even say it, but we have the most stupidest, I wish my king is my king and he's above. I can't put him in this. But I wish that we could have like a very, very better system than what we have, the whole fuckery that we have. Because it's a shame. It's a shame for my mom not to be able to log in with booking.com and make a booking when she's in the country.
Wow. That's a lot.
That's
So how do people deal with these challenges? Like, it's obviously like a setback. Like, if y'all trying to like perhaps work remote, for example, you know, or
remote.
like you might be working for somebody outside the country that want to deposit some money into your account.
Was that? Wow. Do you think there's anybody who's working remote? In the whole 2 million people?
Wow.
Nobody's working remote.
Wow.
Nobody's working remote, and they would, because that country doesn't have jobs, doesn't have anything, just has got graduates who are working as fast as jobs. I've got my friend, I've got two friends, right? I've got a friend who's a nurse, working at a chemist. I'm not gonna say pharmacy. Pharmacy is so bougie. It's a chemist, right? She's a Canado. She's a nurse, midwifery. And I've got a friend who's a teacher. She has a postgrad in education, working as part shop. I don't know what she's earning. Should I call and ask her?
Nah.
She's earning less than 2,000.
Wow.
I ain't lying. She is earning 1,800 in a sponsor shop with a PGSE in education. I ain't lying. And she started, her mom is a teacher, her dad is a broiler in the sugarcane factories. And she's working at a spaza shop. 1,800 with the licenses and everything. She's got everything. The other one did nursing. She's working at a chemist.
I mean, I feel like it's so much for us to talk about, and you know, I want to hold this video a little bit more longer than what it is.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, but I feel like I need to have you back here, and perhaps we could, you know, do another meal, and then we can get a little bit more on, you know, some things going on
In different spaces. Yeah. But what I want to like really point out is the fact that I have to get broader on it when it comes to the whole rights thing.
Yeah.
You can't have different rights when it comes to a country which is not democratic. It's impossible. You can't think of it as women getting, you get it. It's like in countries where women are still looked down upon, which is more like Swaziland. But the problem is not women. The problem is not that men have got rights. They don't have rights. What rights do they have? What rights do they have? When it comes to things like where people are going to monetize without the government being involved, those things are shut down. Like getting money on TikTok, dancing on TikTok when you have talent, dancing on YouTube, doing videos on YouTube, online, PayPal, Western Union. You can't receive money from Western Union with that passport.
Wow.
It's something which is done deliberately.
Wow.
It's just, wow. It's the forest. We don't have kangaroos there, but we should have. Maybe they're invisible. We're living in the forest. That sort of thing.
Wow. Well, listen, the food off top, I'm just gonna let everybody know the food is delicious. I mean, listen, I done ate like 3 corns. I'm on my second little thing with the meat.
You had all that maize?
Yeah, I ate the maize. The maize is basically done. And yeah, I do again want to thank you for coming out here. And again, I love to have you come here. And yeah, cheers. Love to have you back out here to have another conversation and
Well,
get more done.
I'm going to love the food.
Yeah.
The cooking, I love it.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
I get
As long as we have the ingredients, I'm ready to cook and talk. I'm always ready for that one.
Got you. So with all that being said, y'all, man, peace.
Jeez, how the fuck that was?
Hold on.
Don't tell me you do